Father Cram was beloved by the staff and patients of the Old Yoakum Community Hospital for over 20 years. He was known for being humble and polite and always a comfort to patients in need. A severe bout with polio left him paralyzed, but that never stopped him from employing the help of the nurses and nuns to have wheelchair races down the hallways of the old hospital. Many believe Father Cram still haunts this abandoned location. Laura Lynn Heights was a nursing student who had just started her shift on a Tuesday morning when her estranged husband asked to speak with her in the waiting room of the second floor just outside of the ICU. Moments later, he pulled out a .22 caliber pistol and shot her point blank in the head. She was rushed to the ICU where doctors attempted to resuscitate her. In just a little over 4 months, Laura Lynn would have celebrated her 24th birthday. She died on March 6, 1990, surrounded by friends and colleagues just moments after being shot. I am a solo ghost hunter. I explore and document haunted places alone at night without a production crew of any kind. Sometimes I like to push the limits of fear as much as possible just to see what will happen. I want to learn and experience everything I can about fear. This is the Old Yoakum Community Hospital. The original structure was built in 1922 after a substantial cash and land donation was made by Yoakum, Texas resident John Huth. Several renovations over many years of operation were made until the 1980s, when it was sold to the Sisters of the Incarnate Word of San Antonio, Texas. By the late 1990s, it was determined that the hospital was obsolete and a new one was constructed less than a mile away. On March 6, 1990, a nurse was shot to death on the second floor by her estranged husband. It is said that the spirit of the murdered nurse and the hospital's chaplain, Charles Cram, haunt the halls of this old hospital. Tonight, I will have access to the entire structure, armed only with my video cameras and audio recorders, and no crew or backup. Till morning, I'm on my own. Okay, so we're moving into the hospital right now. I am going without a light. So I'm shooting in infrared. Just heard a little sound beside me. Just checking it out, see what's down here. It's a hallway. And we're going over to one of the operating rooms. This one right here. We already have a camera set up. And so yeah, there we go. Let's go into this little room right here. And so, as you can see, this is an operating room. And, yeah, look at that. Yeah. So, it's a pretty big operating room. Of course, all the equipment is gone. So, I thought this would be a good place to do a session, start doing a session, and let's see what happens. Okay, I got my recorder down here, almost ready to go. Let's go ahead and let me see if I can stand that up right there. Okay, let's see. I need to make sure I get this thing started correctly. Let's see. Okay. What am I waiting for? I don't understand. And we are rolling. Is it? It's rolling. Okay, so we're doing an audio session. Here we are in the hospital in Yoakum. And I'm in the operating room, and where we're supposed to have some audio here. Sit in this chair here. So, is there anybody in here? Would you like to talk to me? Were you a patient here? Are you a doctor? Did you work in this emergency room here? I can hear someone talking, but it sounds like it's coming from outside of the hospital. Yeah. Oh, what was this? That sounds like a rodent. There was a sound right behind me. There was a sound right behind me, but I think it's a rodent. I was making a pretty good amount of noise. It was kind of weird. This is one of the entrances here, and here's an X-ray table. Oh, look at that! That's all that X-ray stuff right in there. Yeah, and there's a lot of handprints and blood and stuff like that. This is all from a Halloween carnival. I guess they must have done that here some few times. Actually, some film there. So we're walking around, walking over to the entrance here. Here's one of the exit doors. Bunch of stuff stored in here. They have had to chain this up because people break into this place. There you go, emergency services. And there's a hallway. There's another emergency room here. Anybody in here? So let's see, where did I come from? Maybe I came from here. I think I did. So let's go back to the operating room, OR. Oh, here I am. And there's a hallway over there. Let's go back to the let's go back to the OR that I was in. And I'm still interested if you'd like to talk to me. Let's see if this is clean. Can I sit there? Went for a little walk in the hospital and saw all the old stuff that used to be here. How long were you here? Did you die here? I'm going to reposition myself over here now. Did you die in this emergency room, in this operating room? Did the operation go terribly bad and you maybe didn't make it? Is there an afterlife? Are you there right now? Did you pass away? What is it like? What is my name? Of the two operating rooms, only one produced an audio anomaly. This is the enhanced audio file and what I think it's saying. Do you know my name? Do you know my name? Do you know my name? Laura Lynn, are you here? Are you in the afterlife? Can you hear me? Can you see me? What's it like where you are? Or have you moved on? Can you come and go? We would have been born just 3 years apart. I would have been born 3 years earlier than you. I wonder if you'd still be a nurse. It was so unfair for him to do that to you. Can't imagine somebody doing that. Why? Why? Why to that extreme? Just don't understand. Okay, Laura, I'm going to end this session. Okay? And I'm going to end it right now at 17 minutes. Thank you if you came and spoke to me. If you came and spoken to my devices and to these microphones, I appreciate it. Thank you. And let's see what happens in the other room. Even though I did not record a female voice that may have indicated contact with the spirit of the murdered nurse, I did find interesting results on my audio file. This was recorded during my session in the ICU waiting room. Give me some good energy so I can get back home safely. I'd like to give you some more time, if you need it, to come speak with me. To come speak with me. We would have been born just 3 years apart. I would have been born 3 years earlier than you. Are you angry because you died here? Are you angry because you died here? I'd like to go do a session in ICU. Please don't make all those loud sounds again, please. It was. Everyone experiences fear. Some psychologists believe there are 5 basic fears that every human on this planet will experience. Now, almost everyone will experience sleep paralysis. And it's that feeling usually when you're having a very intense nightmare and you are unable to move or even wake yourself. I've had that experience and it's certainly terrifying. The feeling of being restrained or restricted is certainly disturbing. But imagine being tied up, restrained, blindfolded, or both, in an old, abandoned, haunted hospital in the middle of the night, completely alone. Why, you'd have to be insane to want to voluntarily experience that. So I did. Let's check it out. Okay, so hi. So I'm at the Old Yoakum Hospital in Yoakum, Texas, of course. And, let me show you what I have. There are 3 bays here, so they could watch three different patients in the old hospital. The hospital's haunted, or so they say. I've never done this, so this is the first time. So I'm just can I just strap myself to this chair? Already, that doesn't sound like a good idea, but I am. Okay. How about if I do it up here? Okay, here we go. Let's just do it. Okay. I'm going to blind myself completely. There is, I can still see. Okay. I'm strapped on that side. Okay. I'm strapped. Okay. So I can't go anywhere. My legs are strapped down. Okay, that's better. Ooh, what's this? Oh. And now I'm going to do this eye. Oh boy. Okay, let's just do it. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to do my blindfold. I'm going to do this. And I'm going to tie it tight, and I am now pretty much totally blind. And I think I can even still strap at least one hand here, so that way, you know, I'm even more, yeah, I can do this. Even blindfolded. Well, maybe I can't. Oh, it's this way. Sorry. Okay, so let's see if I can do this. Yeah, I can. Yeah. Okay, so here we go, folks. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's where I think I have to be. Oh, I just heard a sound. I don't like that. But I feel like the floor is vibrating, like the floor is moving. Is it just me? I mean, my heart's not beating that fast. Another sound, but that sound is just like a regular creaking sound. Oh, I heard another sound. Came from over there. Hello. So, I'm going to play the Come and Touch Me game. It's one of my favorite games, you know that. And so let's do it. If there's anybody in this old Yoakum Hospital who would like to come and touch me, touch my hand, yank on my shirt, knock this cap off my head, please come and do so. If you'd like to come and touch me, if you'd like to come touch my hand, shake my hand. If you're here, let me know. Make a sound. Okay, that was interesting. That sounded like a burp. It sounded like it came from over here. Hello, are you there? Oh, that's not good. That was a loud sound. At this point, a small visual anomaly appears on the right bottom corner of the frame. The anomaly is very close to the floor and appears to go around me. Okay, I think I'm done. All right, so I'm going to take this off now. Taking that off. I think I'm walking towards the camera. Oh boy, that's a stretch. Okay, please don't drop these, Pat. Oh, I can't get out. Oh, there you go. Okay, well, I didn't practice this, and I probably should have. That one's off. Okay, I'm free. Woo-hoo. Okay, man, I didn't know I could do that. That's pretty cool. Okay, Okay, we're good. We're good. Got this stuff off. Thank you. Thank you. And let's quit for now. Thanks. Awesome. The definition of fear is a distressing emotion caused by our anticipation of an imagined event or experience. But fear is a part of us that we cannot escape. Take the snake, for instance. The reason most of us are uncomfortable around snakes is because that fear was hardwired into this brain when we were cave people. You see, this brain didn't evolve during modern times with us sitting on our couches in our comfy little homes. No. This brain evolved during the Stone Age time when there were wild animals like lions and tigers who wanted to have us for lunch. See, that fear kept us alive. And it's the same biological response we have today, which is called fight or flight. If the lion was far away, we'd run. If it was close by, we'd get ready to fight. And we almost always lost. Fight or flight is when the brain releases chemicals like adrenaline and your heart beats fast so that you have plenty of energy to either run away or fight. Now, I had no idea I was about to have a very intense personal experience with fight or flight or fear, like I had never had at any haunted location on a solo ghost hunt. So let's check it out. Okay, so I'm going to roll through this part of the hospital. This is up on the second floor. This would have been the reception area here to come into the second floor here. And there's a lot of activity here. This is a hot spot. So I've got 2 audio recorders, and this is down the hall, second floor. And this area here is a hot spot. A lot of activity seems to happen here. As a matter of fact, a shadow person was caught here. Ooh. Ooh. Whoa. What is going on over here? What fell down? That was a lot of noise. What was that? That was a lot of noise. But I don't know what that could have been. Sounds like something broke. Something fell down? Maybe? That was a lot of noise all of a sudden. But I can't see what. Something broke. Something fell in here and broke. Something made a lot of noise in here. What happened? Somebody throw a rock or something? That was a lot of noise. But I don't know where it came from. That was a lot of noise all of a sudden. Huh. Things are getting interesting. I'm trying to find whatever it was. Who made all that noise? Did somebody break something? I wonder, it came from over here. It was very loud. It wasn't in there. I'm checking to see if something fell. It's very loud. Who's making all this noise? What did you break? I mean, I don't see that anything has fallen. Coloring book. I mean, that was really loud. It was almost as if it were intentional. It sounded like a bottle breaking, but there's absolutely nothing in here that looks like it just fell. So something is trying to get my attention. Okay, you got my attention, but who are you? Where are you? You're making a lot of noises. Well, come and talk to me. It's really going crazy. I know that can't be a rodent, obviously. Something is definitely trying to get my attention here. Something is making extremely loud noises. I mean, they're knocking around, they're dropping stuff, they're breaking stuff. Something was definitely trying to get my attention. Making some pretty loud sounds down here. What was all that noise? It was loud. It was really, really loud. See, it keeps happening. Listen to that. It's coming from over there. It's loud. So who's here? Why are you making so much noise? You trying to get my attention? Well, you got it. But I need a name. And I need you to come say something to my recorder right here, please. I heard you. Heard you making lots of sounds up here, lots of noises. But I need to hear a voice. I need to hear you speak into my audio recorder right here, or into one of my cameras. That was very loud. Thank you. Thank you for making those sounds. At this point, I had been in this area over an hour and had been locked down in the hospital for approximately 7 hours. I was the only one in this building for the entire evening. Here are these moments and the EVPs I captured on my audio recorders. Whoa. 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 Cut it. Cut it. Where are you? See, it keeps happening. Listen to that. from over there. Are you in the afterlife? Are you dead? Are you in the afterlife? Are you dead? I rarely feel lonely, but in places like this I become acutely aware of my aloneness. It is impossible to not become fully mindful of the emptiness of an old abandoned hospital in the middle of the night. I was alone the entire evening, and at no time did I notice or become aware of the presence of another living being, except when the series of loud crashing sounds occurred. In that moment, my primal caveman brain responded exactly the way it should to fear. I instantly became prepared to confront whatever was making those sounds. When I found no living soul responsible, that fear changed immediately to the oldest and strongest kind of fear of the unknown. After my initial fear response faded, it was replaced with a sense of unbridled curiosity and awe. I was in the presence of an unknown entity capable of a great deal of energy and emotion, and it chose to share it with me. I will never know its true intention, but perhaps I was the sole witness of a display of regret, not hostility. Maybe this was the soul of a man filled with sorrow for taking the life of his young, beautiful wife 27 years ago. Regret, fear, sorrow, joy, love, triumph, life, death, and everything else in between all happened here in this space not so many years ago. Are all hospitals haunted? How could they not be?
I've been trying to cope, but I can't stay strong. What else did you think might be true? 'Cause I've been waiting too long for nothing to do. What did you think it happened to me? Because I don't know if I should intervene. What makes you think that this might be true? 'Cause I've been waiting too long